IPOB lawyer Ejimako alleges threat to life over Kanu's letter to Ekpa. IPOB lawyer Ejimako alleges threat to life over Kanu's letter to Ekpa. We welcome you all to this wonderful channel. We bring you updates happening in and around the country. If this is your first time visiting our TV channel, do well to subscribe, turn on the notification button so that you will be getting updated anytime we drop our videos. Be sure to like, comment, and of course share the video to your friends and your family members so that they would also be involved in what we are doing today. Quickly, we don't have time on our side, and therefore we just pick this news immediately. IPOB lawyer Ejimako alleges threat to life over Kanu's letter to Ekpa. Before we get to the detail of this news, Ejimako, which is IPOB lawyer, has took up to the internet stating that Simon Ekpa has been threatening his life. Okay, that ever since he gave Simon Ekpa the written note concerning the written letter from Mazin Nnamdi Kanu that Simon Ekpa has been threatening his life and wouldn't allow him to rest. Let's get to the detail of the news. Aloy Ejimako, the special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has revealed threats he received from certain persons over the message he delivered to Simon Ekpa at the weekend. Ejimako also alleged that a popular billionaire, Terry Wire, directed a threat at him over the same issue. Kanu's lawyer made this known in a series of tweets on Sunday. Ejimako warned that Kanu would hold Wire and his sponsors accountable for the threat directed at him. He said the threat was directed at him following the release of the handwritten letter Kanu sent to Finland-based Biafra agitator Ekpa. On Friday, Ejimako released a statement saying he received an order from the IPOB leader via an handwritten letter to Ekpa to put an end to sit at home. Following the release of the letter, Ejimako has been receiving threats from various quarters, including Wire. Tweeting, Ejimako exposed some of the threat messages directed at him. Ejimako wrote, Dear Terry Wire, I've noted your threat against me through your phone number, which he listed, which he called +2 + 2 3 3 5 4 3 7. Be rest and those who sponsored you, their identity is known, will be held accountable by Onyendo at MNK and by my people. The threat to my life by Terry Wire and his master or masters is becoming more potent. He now says that he knows my house. If you despise me because of the message I delivered on Sit at Home, please understand that it is not my choice. It is Onyendu's order. I am just the messenger. These are the final words of Ejimako, who is the IPOB leader, lawyer. I think this is where the news finishes. This is where we get to analyze the news immediately. The letter till now, Simon Ekpa has not believed that the letter was sent from Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. While Ejimako has kept on telling him that the letter was sent by no other person than Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, as he too is not against Biafra, but the method through which Biafra is being addressed, that is what Ejimako is saying. And going further via the news, after Ejimako has sent the news to Simon Ekpa, he stated that Simon Ekpa has been threatening his life with one Terry Wire, a billionaire. And as well, with evidence of the chat he screenshotted, he said that these people has continued to threaten his life, even to the extent of saying that they know his house. They now know his house, his address. Wow. And again, Ejimako is saying, if anything should happen to me, regarding to the threat, if anything should happen to me, my people and Mazin Nnamdi Kanu will not leave you. They will definitely hold you responsible and accountable for whatsoever that happens to me. And again, if you hate me because I delivered message on Sit at Home, Please, just know I was not the one. Not the one, it's not me. I was only following orders, I was only following instruction. So don't get mad at me, don't hate me because of the message I delivered, don't threaten me. Just I was not the one. I was sent by our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, that is the leader you should also follow. That is the leader. You should also obey because he is our leader. Do not do this to me. Because it is just instruction that I am following. I think this is it. This is all I've got to say on this particular headline. And now the question to you is, what do you think? Do you think Simon Ekpa is really going to do something bad to Ejimako? I think Simon Ekpa is only trying to make Ejimako see reasons that yes, they have to fight for this Biafra even with the last drop of their blood. But to my own little input and suggestion, I think not everything is violence. Not everything. I used to say it. We used to say it in this channel that most times wisdom is applicable. Most times wisdom should be applicable because wisdom is profitable to direct. It is applicable. It should be applicable. There are things you use wisdom to do, and you see it works immediately, even without stress. Less stress and less work. It's just wisdom. I think in a situation like this, Simon Ekpa, Ejimako, the federal government should just work with wisdom, should just work with their mental intelligence, to work with their knowledge, and all this will be settled. I think this is where we will drop this before we move to the next on our screen. And this one, presidential tribunal, INEC, Tinubu, Atiku Obi to adopt final addresses Tuesday. Presidential Tribunal, INEC, Tinubu, Atiku Obi to adopt final addresses Tuesday. Quickly, let's get to the detail of the news. The Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, sitting in Abuja, is getting set to deliver its judgment on the three petitions seeking to nullify the election of President Bola Tinubu. Wow, I think it's going to be really hot because as it stands now, Nigerians can't wait to hear the final conclusion as regard to the matter, the election issue that has been in court for over 2 to 3 months, right? As a precursor to the fixing of the judgment date, Justice Haruna Tasami led 5-member panel has directed all the parties to appear before it tomorrow to adopt their final briefs of argument. The court, in a notice sent to the parties, invited them to adopt their written address with respect to the petition lodged against President Tinubu by the former Vice President and candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), as well as the one that was filed by the candidate of the Labour Party (LP), Mr. Peter Obi. It will be recalled that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) had on March 1 announced that Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) won the presidential election held on February 25th ahead of 17 other candidates that participated in the contest. I think this is where we are going to drop this and then we call it let's analyze it. The thing is, everybody is waiting to hear from the court on Tuesday. Wow, everybody's waiting like it is what no one can expect. It's just like a woman who is in labor, and they can't wait for her to give birth. And of course, 31st, and of course today is 31st, and tomorrow being Tuesday is going to be the first. So everyone is waiting. Everyone is waiting, and definitely I am also waiting to know what's up, to know what's happening, to know the latest, to know the gist, to know how it's going to be. But I think it is going to be kind of bloody. Should we say bloody, or should we say tomorrow is going to be a sorrowful day to people that will be losing the election, the case, and a joyful moment to the party that will be winning. But I pray all the best. If God says it's Tinubu, then fine. If God says it's P2B, then fine. If God says it's Atiku, still fine and okay. We just pray that God's will be actualized tomorrow. Alright, my people, if like saying I hear una go just drop on a comment or make we take on for here like this. What do you think? Do you think Atiku is going to win this election? Is Atiku really worthy of winning this election? Is he really going to win? What is your suggestion? What do you think regarding to the PDP or the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate and Vice President of the Federal Republic, former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar? Do you think he qualifies to win this election? Do you think the tribunal will be announcing him tomorrow as the winner? And then coming to Tinubu, do you think with all Tinubu has done within the period of 2 to 3 months, do you think the court are still willing to allow him serve for the next 4 years, 3 years, and do you think he still have a leverage, he still have a privilege, an opportunity to win this election? What percentage, rating from 1 to 100%, how sure are you? 70%, 50, 40, 30? Is it 50-50? How sure are you that Tinubu is going to win tomorrow, that Tinubu is going to be president tomorrow? How sure are you? And then if we're bringing it finally to Obi, Peter Obi, who is the Labour Party presidential candidate, do you think he stands a chance of winning this election despite all, with all his evidences that he has shown forth to the court? Do you think he stands a chance of winning this election? What do you think? Let's just keep it that way. What do you think of these three respective persons? What do you think about them regarding to tomorrow's final result from the tribunal? Drop it at the comment section. Okay, so quickly we move to the last headline on our screen before we call it a day. Tinubu, my policies yielding positive results. Tinubu, my policies yielding positive results. Let's get to the detail of the news. Before then, let's say something. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said that his policies are yielding positive results. And now I want to ask, what policies are they? What policies does he have that is yielding a positive result? And I think this is the reason why we should dive into the news immediately. The news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said his administration is getting support and commendation from global communities over its removal of fuel subsidy and the foreign exchange regime policies. Wow. He said these are now yielding positive results for the country. President Tinubu said this at the weekend during a gala/stroke award night organized by the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, HOCSF, to recognize and honor outstanding civil servants in the commemoration of this year's Civil Service Week. Represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akumi, the President expressed appreciation to the civil servant for their contribution to the economic development of the country. President Tinubu, who acknowledged that the policies had in one way or the other affected the masses, said his administration was working on measures to cushion the effect. We shall without delay caution the pains being expressed by our people as a result of these measures through a number of well-targeted interventions aimed at giving adequate relief and succor to a great number of our long-suffering citizens, he said. The president pledged to give more support to the civil service sector, which he described as the custodian of public trust, to consolidate the gains of the ongoing reforms in the sector. The HOCSF, Dr. Folasade Yemi Esan, said every human being has an inherent desire to be appreciated or acknowledged for their effort. She noted that hardworking civil servants deserve to be rewarded for their services to the nation. The HOCSF said when individuals feel valued and recognized for hard work, they are more likely to show more commitment and enthusiasm to their duties. She presented several prizes, including a brand 2022 Jack JS4 luxury model SUV, a two-bedroom semi-detached bungalow, and a plot of land to the top three outstanding civil servants. The gesture, which was in collaboration with the Ayig Imokwede Foundation, was also extended to 29 other outstanding civil servants who went home with other award, while few got 500,000 naira each. I think this is where we bring it down. President Tinubu, ever since you became the president, I think I've had it twice or thrice, that Nigerians to calm down, that you are working, that they will enjoy it. And yet again, you stated that your policy is yielding positive result. Then if it is yielding positive result, why are you telling us to calm down for you to caution the pain? In fact, good a thing that you realize that the citizens of the country are in pain. Good a thing. I appreciate it that you were sincere and you realize that the citizens are in pain, they are in agony. And then you keep on doing things that makes them lose interest. You keep on doing things that makes them see nothing, that makes them look back and say, oh, had I known. Yes, I think this is what you make them do, because the public are our vehicle. Exactly. It is with what they say that we drive with. If you want to know the truth, just get someone annoyed, just get someone angry, and watch. 70% of all he says in his annoyed state, are all facts. They are all true. And then in a situation, bringing it to Nigeria, in this situation that they are dilapidated, in this situation that they are devastated, in this situation that they are down and down, their reaction tells the 70% truth of the Bola Tinubu-led administration. I think this is where I will bring it to a stop, and then leave us to drop our comment at the comment section. Okay, this is Imokobi TV. I know you've not subscribed, therefore go and subscribe. And I know you've not turned on your notification button, therefore turn it up. And again, I know you've not liked, therefore like the video. And again, I know you've not shared for once, so quickly share it now, because I give you updates, we give you news, we give you what you want, and so you also help us so that others will get involved. And finally, I know you've not commented, so comment immediately, and see you in our next video. Thank you for staying with us. Imokobi TV loves you so much, and we do not take you for granted all the way.